Our partners at BetOnline continue to be your #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Find all the latest odds, news, and sports developments, including this year's Wimbledon Finals, Major League Baseball, all the latest fighting news, and this season's NFL. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today. Receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BLEAV to get the bonus and get into action. Bet online where the game starts.
Hello. It's Private Talk with Alexis, Texas, and we are back at Chicago Exxotica, and I am excited to get to know this sexy lady next to me, Abigail Morris. Hello, and welcome to Private Talk. Let's get to know you a little bit more. I hear you're the buzz about Exxotica. You're the up-and-coming new girl everyone's talking about, so I had to have you in my chair to get to know you a little bit more and have Private Talk get to know you as well. So how long have you been in the industry? How did you get in the industry? And tell me all the things, Miss Abigail.
Oh, okay. I've been in like the OnlyFans type industry for about 4 years. I got ooh, you put it closer to my mouth. That was hot.
You know, you got to get a little delete direction, from a pro like me and a new girl like you. I'll teach you all the ways, Abigail.
Okay, if you need a chair, let me know.
You're gonna fall in love with me at the end of this.
It's already happened.
Oh, so. I think she likes me. All right, back to you, my mama. So you said you've been a started OnlyFans creator. So did you always been a sexual being? Were you like, is it something that was it the pandemic that you started OnlyFans?
No,
or were you already camming?
So I knew I was gonna be in the industry when I was like 13 or 14.
Okay.
I got 2 jobs. I started working and saving so I could get my breasts done.
Okay.
And then I turned 18. 3 days later, got plastic surgery.
Okay.
Yes.
What kind of plastic surgery?
I got my boobs done.
Okay, just the boobs. Okay.
Yeah, my ass fortunately is real.
I love it.
And then I made an Instagram. It kind of like blew up, and I wasn't expecting it to. When it did, like guys started offering me money for nudes, and I had never really like taken nudes. And so when they were offering like $1,000 for a picture, I was like, okay, like why not? When I turned 19, started OnlyFans, and I started doing Brazzers 2 years ago.
Okay.
And the only mainstream company I've ever shot with is Brazzers. So.
Okay. So what did you do with your first $1,000 from that nude photo that you asked for?
I actually just put it towards my mortgage.
Smart.
I'm boring. I don't party, so.
There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like it's a misconception. Just because you don't party doesn't mean anything. That means you're a smart girl. You know what I mean? You have different interests, and that's all right, too.
Yes, I'm a nerd, a super nerd.
What are you nerdy about, Miss Abigail?
Marvel.
Okay.
I collect comic books. I collect action figures. I cosplay at Comic-Con.
Okay, so that was my next thing. I was like, so do you like actually dress up and do?
Yes, I do.
What are some of the characters that you dress up as?
Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
I've done Maleficent. I've done Starfire, and my girlfriend did Raven, so it was like a cute kind of couples one. I've done a ton of stuff like The Incredibles, and I have a plan for New York. New York Comic-Con, which I'm going crazy for. It's like a half-body latex of Carnage. So it's gonna come up like this leg, just enough to cover like the important areas, and this whole side bare.
Okay, so, sexy. Okay,
yeah,
so do you come up with these ideas by yourself, or do you like? Is it because of like is something kind of motivates you in that direction? Is there something that you looked up to that kind of maybe geared you in this direction?
I just go for what I'm passionate about. So I'll pretty much only cosplay things that I actually have an interest in. I don't want to cosplay something that, like, if somebody brings it up, I'm not going to know anything about. So if I don't like it, I will not cosplay.
So you have to be in character, know the characteristics of the character you're trying to be, so you can really be a performer in that time, because you're embracing that character.
Exactly.
So who's been your favorite person that you've cosplayed and dressed up as?
Starfire.
Starfire, okay.
Yeah, she's just like a total badass. I don't know.
We love a badass here at Private Talk.
I mean, you're a badass.
Oh, I love women loving women. I think it's a great thing. I think that conventions like this at Exxotica, we don't get to see, obviously there's so many different types of creators these days. There's so many different types of platforms, from OnlyFans to loyal fans to your own website kind of thing. So it's cool to see people how they embrace themselves and also what they're into. And I think that that's really what captivates the fans, to kind of keep them interested in each uniquely, differently in each, performer that's here.
Yeah. No, that's one thing that I love about Exxotica is I feel like it gives people a safe space to actually just be free, like be themselves. Because there's not a lot of places in society where you can just go out and like be you.
This is
like
true.
I've always kind of been a fuck it, I'm gonna do it regardless. Like I used to live in Jersey, and I would like walk through Manhattan just topless, like just because.
Free the nipple. I did it in Times Square before. It's legal.
Exactly. It's so fun. But yeah,
it's liberating for sure.
It really is.
I think it's one of those things for myself. It's like when you're in a space where it's accepted and you're okay with it. Once you do it, you're just like, why can't we do this everywhere?
Exactly.
Because it's like we're all people, and I feel like more people should be. They always say like, well, if women have their breasts out, then men can't act right. Well, we should all learn how to act right, and maybe women can't act right because sometimes the women are more aggressive than the men. I will say. So. I feel like it's cool to have creative spaces where you can be safe and kind of just do what you want to do. If it's for your nipples, if it's to dress up in a beautiful, sexy, illusional type of outfit, or just shaking your big ass.
Absolutely, I definitely
And I love to
agree.
shake my big ass.
I love to shake my ass.
So I have to ask, have you seen one of my films?
I have seen a few.
So that means that Miss Texas has gotten you off?
Yeah. a few times.
Has it been recently?
It was more when I was younger. I don't watch too much porn now.
Because you're doing it. You're so busy.
And yeah, I get fucked a lot. Me and my girlfriend actually used to get off watching your videos together.
Oh, that makes it hotter.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm super into women. I am bisexual. Well, technically I'm pansexual because gender doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
I'll fuck any gender. If I like your vibe, I like you.
Okay.
But I'm definitely have a female preference. So I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 6 years. And
I'm gonna have to see what your girlfriend looks like, because then it's categories of what type of women do you like? Are you into curvy women? Are you into maybe hair specific, blonde, brunettes, redhead?
I don't have a type. That's one of my biggest things is I don't have a type. If
so
I
what
like
made you
I
fall
like
in love
you.
with your girlfriend that you've been with her for 5 years and she's just letting you out here be wild, dressing all sexy?
Me and her have a lot of the same interests, but we're also extremely different people. And I feel like that's what keeps it exciting.
The yin and the yang keeps it fresh.
Absolutely, yeah. We both love video games. We both love collecting. We both collect Jordans. We both have a tomboy side, but also a girly side.
Okay.
But we're extremely different in terms of sexuality and what we like sexually, and a bunch of different things. So we have a constant challenge each other.
Okay.
And I feel like that sort of playful fight for dominance keeps things really exciting.
Has there anything that has been a deal, or has there been anything that you said you're completely different sexually? Is there something that you've ever were nah, I'm not trying that, or vice versa? What was something nah, I'm not okay with that, or maybe you tried it and you didn't like it?
Fortunately, I'm very, very open sexually.
So you'll try anything once?
I'll try anything
once.
Twice? Most things twice.
Maybe 3 times. I always say it takes 3 times to really know if you really like it.
But that's the thing, because the first time you're so nervous that you don't get the full impact of the experience. The second time you're still warming up to it, but the nerves are still a little in the way.
You're 1 toe in, then you're half a foot in, then you're let me dive in the deep end.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I don't think there's anything she suggested for me that I wouldn't do. But she definitely was super nervous at first about being spanked or lightly slapped on the face, things like that. And that's something I'm into, not all the time, but definitely sometimes.
So would you say you're a dom?
I'm a switch.
Okay.
I'm definitely a switch. With men, I typically lean towards the submissive side. And with women, I typically lean towards the dominant side, but with her, it's the complete opposite.
So she doms you?
The only female that has ever fully dommed me.
That's probably why you're together for 5 years.
Crazy, right?
I love it. So does she shoot content as well, or is she behind the camera?
She shoots content as well.
Okay.
She started 3 years ago. She started with OnlyFans, and she shot with Brazzers twice. She doesn't prefer the mainstream side.
Okay.
She tried it twice to make sure. So she liked the experience, but she was just kind of on the boat of, if I can make the same thing doing it on OnlyFans, why would I do it for 8 hours on set? I'm the opposite. I love being on set.
Yeah.
For me, it's just exhilarating, and you meet so many people that are the same as you, and it's really cool.
Like-mindedness makes your creativeness go a little bit farther.
Absolutely.
So you've only said that you've worked for your OnlyFans and only for Brazzers. Is there any companies out there that you want to work for, or are you only sticking to Brazzers? Are you committed to them, or are you willing to kind of test the waters and kind of see what's out there?
I've had offers from other companies. I'm just I trust Brazzers already. I know the producers, I know the directors. I'm very much that's the environment that I'm familiar with, and I guess that's why I'm comfortable there.
Okay.
But I'm not opposed to reaching out and branching into other things. I guess it's just with time.
Yeah.
And convincing myself it's not going to be crappy.
How long have you been actively shooting as a content creator?
4 years.
Okay. So I mean, a lot of people, that is a significant amount of time, but I also feel like it's still new. There's so many different avenues. There's so many different companies. There's so many different niches. There's so many different things.
Yes.
I've been in the business for 15 plus years, and I still find things every day that I haven't done. which makes
Absolutely.
this industry for me really exciting. It keeps it fresh. And I'm a Gemini. I need it. You
I'm
know.
a Gemini.
Oh, when's your birthday?
June 7th.
Oh, I'm a May Gemini, but I think we just became best friends. Geminis are awesome, and that's
They're
why you
batshit
grab
crazy,
the time.
but in the best way.
I think we own our batshit crazy, and I think that we're willing to try. And like again, you seem
We
like really
embrace it. Yes.
Yes, we fucking do. Cheers to that.
Yes.
I love it. So, let's see. What do I want to ask you? What type of scenes are your favorite to do?
Boy, girl, girl.
Boy, girl, girl.
Because I love the feeling of being with a woman. Like, women are just, they can be, for the most part, very passionate, very sensual, and they know women's spots, which important. Not everywhere you can actually do all the good spots. Has to look good for the camera.
What's your good spot?
Oh, I'm very much a clitoral person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You seem very similar to things that I've answered in interviews before. As far as for me, I used to always say it's the best of both worlds. You get a dick and you get a pussy eating dick.
Nothing compares to a dick.
Women who like their pussy eaten will be good at pussy eating because you know what you like for yourself.
My favorite pastime is giving head. Man or woman, I actually thoroughly enjoy it.
What do you think is the longest session you've ever done just giving head only?
I think around an hour and a half.
Oh,
But it
man
was
or female?
Male.
Okay.
And he was just kind of coming over and over. So it wasn't just he took forever to come.
Yeah.
He was just kind of
take your
repeatedly and with a woman I think about 45 minutes, but she was squirting a lot and I was please keep squirting on my face. So
So you can make girls squirt, or was she just a natural squirter?
I've
there's a technique to
successfully
it.
made most girls squirt.
What's your technique?
I just curl the fingers up, but not fully because I don't want to stab anybody with my nails.
Smart.
That's why I have round nails.
I like you. You seem like you know your way around a vagina and a dick. You seem I can understand why the buzz about you has been so popular around here. I feel standing out, a performer of being yourself, that you're so open and willing to try things but still in your own boundaries. I think is really important. I think there's a lot of people that can be tested some ways that don't know what they want, but I think that performers who go a long way in this industry are people who are really confident about what you need and what you want.
Absolutely.
And also holding that, because I feel sometimes not everything is a good thing, and I feel the more that you do and stay true to who you are and what your sexual needs are, the further along you will go.
Absolutely. My main thing is the moment that I don't enjoy it, I won't do it. And
That's it.
so I thoroughly enjoy this industry. I love it. It's definitely a
I
passion
can see it
of mine.
in your eyes. It's got that twinkle,
I've tried everything. I worked in offices. I did data analytics for solar companies.
Okay.
I did all of the boring stuff, and I was this is not for me. It's definitely not.
If there could be another job besides porn, what would it be that you would want to do?
Well, it's actually completely the opposite of porn. I wanted to be an orthopedic surgeon when I was younger.
Okay.
Just because I had a messed up knee.
Okay.
And so it was something that really intrigued me. I would watch the YouTube videos on how they did the surgeries and how they would take out the tendons and replace it. And it just really captivated me. So I just don't want to go to school that long.
I feel you. All right, we're going to play. We got to know you a little bit more. We're going to play one of my favorite games called Truth with Texas.
Oh.
So we're going to ask you a couple questions, or a little bit more racier questions, but nothing I'm sure you're not afraid of. It's going to be romantic, kinky, naughty, and spicy. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
All right, let's get to it. All right, naughty questions. Handcuffs or blindfold?
Handcuffs.
Wildest place you've ever had sex?
Haven't had sex in too many wild places.
No
movie
Mile
theater.
High Club, no outside, something like
Oh, in a
exhibitionist.
park. I've done it in a park. I've done it in a laundromat, and I've done it in a car. Also, in New Jersey is where I did it. There is a sort of a Sam's Club, but it's called BJ's.
Okay.
So I wanted to give a BJ at BJ's, so I did do that.
Checked off that bucket list.
Yes.
I love it. Lube or spit?
Oh, depends on for what. Spit on the pussy, lube if it's titty fucking. 'Cause
Okay.
Spit
Is that
doesn't
something
fully
you get
do
requested
it.
a lot for because your titties are so nice?
Yeah, but I love it.
How big are these beautiful titties of yours?
I don't wear bras.
But what size are they?
I
You've
don't
never
know.
been measured? We gotta measure you, girl. That should be something that you should have on your OnlyFans and do a whole thing and have people do a contest. Whoever actually gets the actual size gets something from you. Because I feel they're very beautiful, they're very noticeable, and I'm sure people gravitate to you to a lot because of that. I haven't got to see your ass because you're sitting on it, unfortunately. But when you walk away, I will look at you. Don't you worry. But I think that's something really intriguing because you may not wear bras. If it's because they fit you, you didn't find the right one, whatever the case may be. But people want to know what these titties are all about. We gotta test them out. If I need to be there to be like, the guest
Please, I need your
hosting,
support.
whatever,
I'm scared.
I will support you in more ways than one.
Please support me.
I love it. What kind of outfit turns you on? You're in a very sexy outfit right now that you got spray painted here at Exxotica Chicago. Is this something you naturally would wear? Obviously not paint, but do you like lingerie? Are you more of like, you said, a tomboy side? Do you wear sexy outfits at home?
I do. I wear sexy. I'm mostly a nudist, but when it comes to like being sexual, I do like to wear sexy outfits. Okay. Like I feel like a little tease is very hot.
Agreed.
I don't gravitate towards anything specific. I do lingerie. Sometimes I just like to wear like a cute tank top and like PJ shorts. Like it really just depends on the vibe.
I think you can make it work. Anything. You know?
I try.
You're a sexy woman.
You're amazingly sexy. Oh my God.
Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yes.
Can I hear what it sounds like?
Fuck, I'm so close.
I know when Miss Texas is down there, you're not going to fake it, but I love the enthusiasms of what that is. Given or received golden showers, are you into it?
I've always wanted to have one given to me, but I've never done it.
Okay.
And I've never given one either.
Okay. All right. I'm giving you some like, things maybe you could cry with your girlfriend, maybe for your own, a lot of things. Miss Texas is spicy. I got all kinds of things
golden
in my
showers
repertoire.
are exciting.
But
like,
exactly.
it's exhilarating,
But
so I want to try it.
It's more of like, again, obviously, outlandishly, it sounds like, oh, you're getting peed on. But I think there's more art to it of the warmth, who's doing it, how you're doing it, when you're doing it. All those things here at Private Talk with Miss Texas. All right, spicy questions. Do you like sex toys in the bedroom?
I do, yes.
What is in your bedroom toy box?
I have my magic wand. That's my favorite. I
Good
definitely
choice.
love, so me and my girlfriend love threesomes because we both understand that a strap-on will never feel like a penis.
I was going to say, with the female or a male?
With mostly males.
Okay.
Sometimes with females, but it's also like none of us have a penis, so it's like there's only so much we can do. So I love to like hold the vibrator on her while she comes like over and over while she's getting fucked. I'm more of a giver than a receiver.
Okay.
We also have a couple dildos, just kind of like the dildo with the vibrator also feels really good. And I also like to use the dildo while I'm going down on her. Nice. And handcuffs and rope, also candles. We like to light candles and drip the wax.
Your bedroom?
Literally next to my bed.
Check out this drawer. What are who are some of your top porn stars? You said that you didn't, you've been in the business for 4 years, you said?
Yeah, more or
Give
less.
or take. Is there maybe someone that you enjoy working with or you haven't worked with, or these people that you maybe watched before that you like see around here and you're like, ooh, I should hit you in your DMs?
I loved working with Angela White. She is definitely very sensual.
Naturally. You can see how that works out. For like
hers are amazing. Like they feel amazing on your face.
I've been in there.
Yeah.
I've
oh my God.
her. She's a great performer.
She's amazing. I also worked with Johnny Sins. I really liked working with him as well.
Good dick.
I want to work with Manuel Ferrara. Oh my God. Like that's something I really want to do.
Okay.
Mostly those three. Other than that, I haven't fantasized about much other ones than you. That would definitely be my top list.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm just kind of down for whatever.
Down for whatever. Have you ever broken up with somebody because they were bad in bed?
No.
No?
I, honest to God, haven't had more than one bad sexual experience.
Okay.
But I think it's just kind of like I'm down for whatever. If there's something I'm not too into, I'll switch it up and do something I'm down for.
More of an explorer.
Absolutely.
Have you ever thrown up on anybody giving head?
No.
Okay. That's good. Good. you don't want that. I'm just saying. Some people have horror stories. I've never.
Okay.
I'll swallow it before I throw up on anybody. Ain't nobody having any embarrassing moments of me unless I know what's going on. I'll embarrass myself to myself. But
that's amazing.
I'm a trooper. When you're a performer for as long as I've been, you know what you do. You know your way around things. If it's lady parts, man parts, whatever parts, you know what's going down.
Okay.
Going down in Pound Town.
I'll go down.
Hey, I like it. She's down. Down for whatever. What is the most embarrassing thing sexually that's ever happened to you? You haven't had any bad experience, but what about embarrassing?
Well, the first time I squirted, I was super embarrassed. Like, it wasn't something embarrassing. I had just never experienced it.
Did you think you were peeing, or did you just
It was just like the fact that I soaked the guy's bed. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean for this to happen. He was like, no, I meant for it to happen.
Describe the sensation of what it feels like when you squirt.
The biggest thing that I can think of is it's like an orgasm, but it's more intensified because your body is like, obviously when you have an orgasm, everything sort of contracts. But when you're squirting, everything sort of like pushes at the same time. So your body is just having like this internal struggle. But it's fucking amazing. Like my legs vibrate for like 10 minutes after I can't walk.
It's like squirt drunk. You know,
it's amazing.
I'm like, I can't
Don't talk to me after.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. All right, romantic questions. Would you consider yourself a romantic?
I would, yes.
So you've been in a relationship for 5 years.
Yes.
What is the most romantic thing that you've done for your partner?
When she first came to the U.S., she's Colombian. When she first came to the U.S., she didn't speak English. So I learned Spanish so that I could talk to her and officially ask her out in her own language.
That's sexy. Can you say something dirty talk in Spanish?
Ooh. Quiero chupar tu verga.
What did you just tell Miss Texas? You want something?
It mostly means like I want to suck your dick, but then I could also say like quiero comerte, and that means I want to eat you because I want to eat you more than I want to suck dick. So.
Hey, you heard her. You heard her here, private talk. She's talking spicy to Miss Texas, and I like it. Romantic sex or kinky sex?
I guess depends on the mood. I like both equally, honestly.
Okay. Lights on or lights off?
Ooh, lights off.
Naked or lingerie?
When I'm actually fucking or leading up to it?
Actually fucking.
Naked.
Favorite place to be kissed?
My neck.
My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. Okay. I already know this answer because you spoke it earlier, but we're going to let you say it out loud. Hitachi or dildo?
Hitachi.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. What are some deal breakers in a relationship for you?
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
I don't do jealousy.
Okay.
I wasn't raised like developing jealousy. It's not something I experience. If I'm seeing my partner enjoy something, that turns me on.
Okay.
And I expect my partner to feel at least similar.
I love it. All right, last set of questions, kinky questions.
Ooh.
What are some of your fetishes?
Oh, I'm sort of into DDLG. I was into it a lot more when I was younger.
What is DDLG? Because I have no clue and I should, but I feel like you just told me.
It's like the daddy dom little girl type thing. So I'm not into the whole age regression. I'm not gonna like suck on a pacifier. Like I support people who do. You do you. But I do like the whole kind of like daddy thing. The guys are a little more dominant, but they're also kind of like want to do what's best for you in a sexual way, if that makes sense.
Okay. So they're looking out for your best orgasm interest.
Absolutely, yes.
Got it.
I am definitely into BDSM. I love being tied up. I love being spanked, choked, spit in my mouth. Like, do whatever you want to me as long as you don't put it in my ass.
Okay, so anal is a no-go.
For now.
Okay.
I want to wait until I can experience it in my personal life and fully enjoy it before I'll do it on camera.
Fair enough.
Other kinks, I don't really know. I'm into absolutely, from what I have experienced, everything except scat and vomit. So
those are some good ones to say. Let's see. Last question for you. Most number of times you had sex in one day?
4.
Okay, I would think your number would be a little bit higher, but 4 is a healthy number.
Well, I don't even have that high of a body count yet.
What is your body count?
I've been with 8 women. Probably a little more now. I think like 10 women because I just did a scene a little while back. And I've been with like 14 men.
Okay, so prior to you having an OF, regular you, before you became who you are right now in this industry, how many people were on your body count list at that point? Because I know it always
2
goes
men
up.
and 5 women.
All right. I wish I could say the same, but actually probably not. I've been Miss Texas before I was Miss Texas, and I'll always be motherfucking Miss Texas.
That's amazing.
Hey, we start somewhere. We crawl before we walk. I enjoy you. Thank you so much for getting to know you a little bit more. Please tell Private Talk where we can support you, follow you, and all those great things.
Absolutely. My Instagram is Abigail.Morris, but I spell Abigail weird. It's ABIGAIIL. It is not a typo. And that's the best place to find me. From there, you can pretty much find everything else. So.
All right, you heard her Private Talk, so make sure you go and follow her there. She spells it a little bit weird. It's not a mistype. It's how she fucking does it because she's different, because we're Geminis when we just do that.
Absolutely.
So last thing, what would you like to ask Miss Texas before we go?
Ooh, what's your biggest turn on?
My biggest turn on. I think my biggest turn on is someone who embraces their sexuality and is open to whatever, and not afraid for a challenge. I feel like a lot of people shy away from things, or they say that they want to do things because another person wants to or their partner wants to, and then sometimes it doesn't act or it doesn't come across organic.
Absolutely.
So for me, it's about the organic. I'm an energy driven person. I love people who just love themselves and who they are, and just a fuck it personality.
I love you.
Oh, I think we fell in love, Private Talk. I've enjoyed you so much. Maybe it's because you're a Gemini, maybe it's because you're just a beautiful female and you love who you are. I support you. I wish you really well in this industry. If there's anything Miss Texas can do for you, please let me know.
Thank you so much.
Private Talk, I hope you've enjoyed this interview. Chicago Exxotica, until we meet again.
This episode is sponsored by Bet Online.